The matchup itself is quite simple, you just have to be very patient in it. In the early game, Olaf actually has a pretty good time fighting you, but as long as you respect it and play it slowly, you're going to be completely fine. Most of the time, Olaf will go flash ghost, and if he tries to freeze on his side of the lane, he might ghost you down to kill you. The thing is, you run phase rush as Garen, so the movement speed combined with the slow resist will allow you to tank through his Q slow much better. Plus you can save your Q to cleanse out his Q slow, and Olaf can't exactly keep a freeze very well, because what you can do is sit in the middle of the wave and force him to Q you there. If he does that, he will automatically hit the entire wave, which means it'll start pushing into you. You can max your Q entirely into Olaf if you want to, or put 3 points into your Q, or just max your E. All of these work, the safest one is full Q max. If Olaf rushes Stride Breaker, it's completely free for you. What you're going to do is auto Q E and then run away, and you will repeat this trade pattern over and over again until he dies. And he won't be able to out-trade you as long as you go in with your W. If your W is on cooldown, you're probably not going to win that short trade. Even if he tags you with Stride Breaker, it doesn't matter, you can still run away, plus you can activate your own Stride Breaker. Whenever he pops his ultimate, you can just proc phase rush and distance yourself, and then it'll run out, and then you turn and kill him. If he goes for Ravenous Hydra, then you are going to need heal reduction, and that means it will take you way longer to put some significant damage on him and kill him. The thing is, he has mana, so as long as you can force him to Q in the trade, it's good, because eventually he'll run out of mana, and when he runs out of mana, you can just charge at him and no longer short trade, because he won't be able to cast any spell but his E. You also annihilate him in teamfights. Anytime Olaf wants to charge at someone to kill them, you can just ulti him the moment he gets to about 30% health. And Olaf likes to fight at lower health totals because his passive literally only works when he's lower health, but you deny him that possibility when your ulti just kills him anytime he's around 30% health.
An enemy has been slain.
Summoner has disconnected. Victory!
Olaf is one of the better matchups into Varus. I would say one of the best into Varus, but it's still a tough matchup. And this is because Varus has an ungodly amount of damage, which is why I tend to go Ghost Exhaust into Varus. If you want to be even tankier, you can go Barrier Exhaust, but I never went for that combination into any matchup, though there might be somewhere I should try it. If you manage to tag him with your Q, he will need to Ghost if he has it. You can force his Ghost out, and then on the second engage you have your Ghost while he doesn't have his. And then you can use your Exhaust for his burst in the early levels. And even in the later levels, it's still really good to use that exhaust for his burst. It is absolutely disturbing how much damage this champion has. You can also use your ultimate to go through his ultimate route. You basically always want to fight the Varus whenever your ultimate is up. This is why I recommend rushing Experimental Hexplate. It will give you a lot of power the moment you use your ultimate, and it will give you the ultimate ability haste. But you can also rush Stridebreaker if you wish, or even Ravenous Hydra, or even Maw of Mamortius. All of these work, it just depends on the situation. Maw of Mamortius is especially good if you actually die early on, because that Maw shield will be really good at preventing more deaths when you actually fight him at that legendary item spike. This Varus had a super omega safe setup. He actually took Phase Rush and he rushed Boots of Swiftness, on top of having the summoner spell combo of Flash Ghost, which means that before I all-in him, I basically always have to wait out his Phase Rush. If I don't wait it out, then my ulti will expire and then I lose. It is so incredibly frustrating because he still has a lot of damage. It was especially frustrating to see the fact that he went Boots of Swiftness. But as long as you play around that Phase Rush cooldown, if the Varus has Phase Rush, you're good to go. I want to zone him off of minion XP and gold, but after I throw a Q and miss it, I should have just respected and left. Instead, I still tried to all-in, which resulted in my death, and that was really bad. The fact that he used his E at the very end and activated Phase Rush means he now has no pressure on me. When I have my ultimate, if I hit him with a Q, I can use it and kill him. That E that he did was bad because he needs to have the Phase Rush effect. If he doesn't have it and it's on cooldown, he dies.
An ally has been slain.
This can be considered a skill matchup, but Swain has to play it really well. You can just pull him anytime he tries to poke you with his Q. If you get hit by his pull, he might be able to stay at max range, but most of the time, if he actually wants to deal damage with his Q, he needs to walk up to you a bit. And the moment he does that, you can pull him. In this case, he does have Phase Rush and Ghost, but you can just bait out the Phase Rush and then keep going. You can also just rush Mercury Treads and completely annihilate his root and his ultimate slow when he activates the Demon Flare. And speaking of his ultimate, he actually doesn't win the 1v1 with his ulti on. It can be on the entire 1v1 and you will absolutely slaughter him. You can buy heal reduction if you want to, but it's not needed into him unless they have other healing champions. The quote-unquote toughest part of the lane is going to be before you recall for the first time. Mercury Treads or Boots of Swiftness Rush basically make him irrelevant, and the moment you get Stridebreaker, he can no longer escape you even with Phase Rush, unless he ghosts. And if he ghosts, you can take that trade, because you use absolutely nothing.
Rampage. An enemy has been slain. Destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Thank you guys for joining me in this video. I hope you found the information useful, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully very soon.
I am favored by the gods and awaited in the Hall of Bones.